Hi there, I'm going to share with you today a very quick design. It takes 60 seconds on the job. It's a one-stroke rainbow fairy. I found that when I'm out there working with the children that this is a go-to design for me, and it really does help, especially when the pressure's on. Okay, so we're going to be using a 3/4 inch flat brush here, and I'm going to be using Leanne's Lollipop Rainbow. Okay, it's a very good rainbow. It's strong, it's bright, it's one that I go back to time and time again. So for you newer painters that struggle to load your brush, I'm just going to very quickly show you. So I immerse my brush in water, and then what I do is I like to just take any excess water off the bristles there, just on the edge. Then what I would recommend doing is taking a split cake and then just working down, so just going very firmly 1, 2, 3, then back up 1, 2, 3. By doing that, you can see what colours you're picking up, and you're not going to muddy the cake as much as if you were going backwards and forwards. Eventually you will get to the point where you go backwards and forwards, but it will be with a more consistent, strong hand, so you'll avoid the muddying. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to try and pick up all the colours. So 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, back up. And as you can see, my cake's still very clear, and if you look at my brush, we have got all the colours there nice and consistent. They're more than halfway up the bristles, and we have got clear, clean definition of colours there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to start and bear with me because it's always more difficult to paint on your own face. I like to start with the red on top of your rainbows. Just does my OCD in when I see a blue on top of the rainbows. Okay, so we're going to start here at the top of the eyebrow, and we're going to come round, follow that round, and then just cut it in like that. Can you see? And then this side, we're going to start under the eye, bring that round, and take it up like that. So we've got a very nice clear rainbow. This is great if you've got any pride events as well. Very nice clear. So then what I do while I'm on the job is, at this point, I would spray the glitter, so shield the client's eyes and then spray. So we've got a nice bit of sparkle going on there. Okay, I tend to do the glitter now because then when we add the black, it's not going to deter from the black. Okay, so we're going to be using a fairy stencil. Okay, now this is a cookie stencil, believe it or not. Purchased it from eBay, I believe, but she's my old faithful, bless her, and she comes with me on most gigs. Now I'm going to be using a black, and I'm going to be using a finger dauber. Now a finger dauber is one of these with a little bit of a sponge on the end. Game changer when it came to any of my stencils. I went from being very nervous of using stencils, worrying they'd bleed and ruin a design, to using them on most of my designs. So what I do is I immerse the finger dauber in the water, and then I take my thumb and just get any excess water out, squeeze that out with your thumb. Okay, we don't want to be going in too wet into our paint, because that's what happens, that's how we get to the stencils bleeding. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up some black paint, and let me show you the sort of consistency we want to be getting. We want, excuse the doodles there, we want this sort of consistency. Can you see it's almost speckly? And that's what we want. We can build up and get a very good dark colour, but we want that sort of consistency. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to lay that stencil down nice and firm on the head. If you tend to find that you're having issues with children pushing back or moving backwards as you're applying the stencil, have them look up at the ceiling, and what they'll do is they'll lay their head against the back of the chair, which then means that they're not moving as you use the stencil. Okay, so we've got a nice fairy here. And then we're going to take some stars and we're just going to add a few stars nice and quickly. And as you can see, we've got a very cute design there. If you've got time, you can always add some glitter. Let me just get a brush to add the glitter. So if you've got time, you can add some glitter. So just a bit coming out of the ends of the rainbow, nice, and then we've got a very quick, simple design. Doesn't necessarily have to be a fairy in the middle. You could go with a mermaid or a unicorn. If it's boys, you could maybe go with something else. There's nothing stopping you going with a skull or Minecraft figures, anything like that. But it's a great way to finish off your line. So if your line is overwhelming you and you've got some place to be, or you need to cut that line off, this is a great design to do that with. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to me. I'm hoping to upload videos at least weekly. But yeah, so thank you so much for your support, and bye.